Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right into this one. Wow, that was a great game. Are you kidding me? I was not feeling too good about this game. I know a lot of you folks out there weren't either, but man, did Tennessee show up, and Olivier, woo, 27 points. Are you kidding me? That guy went off on that game. Let's pull up the screen. Oh, yeah, how sweet it is. Sweet 16 for the Vols. I love it. All right, we're going to get into the stats. We're going to talk about the game a little bit, but I'm pretty excited. I was concerned about playing Duke. They were the hottest team in the country coming in. They had won their conference tournament. They'd won a bunch in a row. And Vols had lost their point guard, and everybody was like, oh, Rick Barnes is going to be out again. You know, they don't have their point guard, and he's going to struggle to get, into the second weekend. The Vols showed up big time, and man, did they play defense. I mean, they were rough out there. It started off right from the get-go. It got difficult when once Daly kind of caught that guy with his elbow, and it kind of like set the tone. It's like, look, we're gonna fight you. It's gonna be a brutal game of defense, and let's see how your phenomenal freshmen do against us. Not so well. They didn't play very well. As you can see here, their best scorers, Proctor and Roach were a real problem. Very good guard play, and then Flipowski, the center, he scored some nice points. He was difficult to deal with. But look, they played about 5 guys. Look how many minutes, 34, 37, 36, 38, and 33. You do not see that. And I think that's why they went into that zone because, look, they didn't have anybody else to put in there. They were going with 5 guys. You just don't see that. So they might have, look, we may have worn them out. They had one guy played 4 minutes, 1 minute, and one dude played 17, and that's it. Then you come down here to the Vols, and look at this. They had 9 guys in double-digit minutes. Only Vescovi played 38 minutes, and that was it. And Olivier just killed it. I mean, 10 for 13, 27 points, 3 for 4 from three-point. I mean, that was just crazy how hot he got. His free throws, everything. He played a fantastic game. It kind of reminded me of that Texas game. I believe that's where didn't he go off against Texas and scored 27? It was a lot like that. Once Daly put in 15 minutes, Meshack played 20 minutes, but man, can that guy play defense. I'm telling you, he's the worst to have to go up against. James didn't score a ton, but man, that guy just plays well at everything. Look at this. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. He just does everything well. And then we had 4 other guys, and Phillips didn't score a lot of points, but man, he did some good things in the game. Adu, Key hit a very nice three-pointer that we needed. And here you can see the stats, field goal percentage. They were 43%. We were 40. 3-point, this is where we really hurt them. 6 for 22. We were 9 for 21. So we were 42%. We're tough. When we shoot over 40% from three-point land, we're tough. Hey, we hit our free throws, over 75%. They did not. We out-rebounded them, which was huge. They had 6 more turnovers than us, which surprised me because we were the turnover machine in the last game against Louisiana. And they got in foul trouble, and they were shorthanded anyway, so that was not a good situation for them. So, look, I'm going to have to give out some grades. I'm going to start out with Rick Barnes' defense. I'm going to have to give them this grade. Absolutely. That defense showed up, and they were rough. Also, Olivier, here's your grade. There aren't enough pluses. That's not enough pluses for the way he played. So there's the grades right there. It was amazing. All right, so now let's take a look at our brackets. And as you know, in our bracket right here, Purdue lost to Fairleigh Dickinson. That sounds like, I don't know, like a book. Fairleigh Dickinson. Some sort of romance novel. I don't know. Fairleigh Dickinson beat Purdue. That was amazing. I watched that too. And Florida Atlantic beat Memphis, which surprises me. So we're either going to be playing either Florida Atlantic or FDU, a number 16 seed or a number 9 seed, which that's great for us. I would have expected to play Purdue. So if we can somehow get in the Elite 8 and beat one of these teams, then we'll end up playing either Michigan State, Marquette. Marquette would be the obvious one because they're number 2. Kentucky, Kentucky's in there, and Kansas State. And we've had trouble with Kentucky this year, which really stinks because I don't like Kentucky. Florida in football and Kentucky in basketball. That's my 2 Newmans. I always have two teams I don't, and it's been that way for years. It's not like I just suddenly decided I don't like Florida in football and Kentucky in basketball. It's been going on for decades. Don't like them. But, we'll see. I hope we do face them. That would be just fine with me. That means we got to the Elite Eight. All right, folks, just wanted to cover this great game. It was just such a wonderful win. I could not be more excited. I know you folks are fired up. Man, I tell you, Rick Barnes did a great coaching job. He took so much crap everywhere I watched on TV or heard on the radio. Oh, they're going to, Rick Barnes is going to do his Rick Barnes thing. Well, guess what? He didn't. He did a great job coaching, and I'm real pleased for him. And look, Vols are looking good. Look like got a good chance at this next game. They'll be favored, that's for sure. And they're just going to go in there and just play hard defense and just see what happens. That's really it. Look, it's March. Anything can happen. That's the beauty of this tournament. Last year, it looked like we were going to go to Final Four. Didn't make it. We didn't even get to the second weekend. This year, it looked like we lost. Ziegler, which was a huge loss. We wouldn't go anywhere. We're going to the Sweet 16 and possibly Elite Eight. If you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's be able to continue to cover the Vols. Subscribe right here. The little button, just boop's all you got to do. Doesn't cost you a thing. Helps me out. And right over here, my most recent video. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.